So guys, who has a better chin, and who's the tougher, like toughness wise, is more tougher than, between Pacquiao and Keith one time Thurman? I think that's quite easy. I think it's Manny Pacquiao. Although Keith Thurman's undefeated, never been beaten. Pacquiao's obviously been knocked out before. He has been knocked out cold as well. The differences between the two is that Thurman hasn't fought the level of competition that Pacquiao's fought. Of course, he wouldn't have. Pacquiao's a Hall of Famer, been fighting for so long. So Thurman wouldn't have built up a resume like Pacquiao, of course. But I've seen Pacquiao throughout the years. Yes, he has been knocked out before, and he has been hurt and lost, lost by knockout. But Thurman, to me, has been hurt by of much lesser caliber guys. He's been wobbled, hurt. I've seen him in his fights against Sean Porter. He's definitely mentally tough. I just don't think when it comes down to the crunches against an elite level guy, which I'm not sure he's fought yet. Now, he's fought Garcia and Sean Porter. Now, they're elite level welterweights. Now, when you look at Spencer and Crawford, that's who I call elite. I think the rest below are world class. But I think elite are, for me, Spencer and Crawford. He hasn't fought that yet. I think Pacquiao in the past was elite. Here's the thing. I do think that Pacquiao will probably test that chin of Keith one time Thurman. We saw Keith Thurman wobbled severely against Lopez. Yes, he was able to come through the fight, but I just don't think Keith Thurman has that toughness, that chin that Pacquiao has. And I do think if they were to trade, I do think Thurman would come out second best. Just because of the fact I don't think Thurman has the toughness that Pacquiao has. I don't think Thurman can absorb the kind of punches that Pacquiao can, because Pacquiao's shown it throughout his career. He's taken some big shots from bigger men and come out. And most of the time, Pacquiao's the one that's doing the hitting. Now, so I do think out of the two, if you were to ask me, I think Pacquiao's definitely the one that's got the toughness and got the better chin. I do think, though, Thurman... Has Thurman got the bigger punch? I'm not sure. I think it's marginal. I think Thurman's obviously the bigger man. So, he's got that advantage. But in terms of chin, I don't think Thurman has the better chin. I think Pacquiao's chin is a lot better. He's a lot more tough. You don't really see Pacquiao wobbled or hurt in fights. You very rarely see him hurt or wobbled in fights. Yeah, you've seen him laid out against Marquez. But how many fights can you see Pacquiao wobbled or hurt or stunned? Very rarely. Very rarely. Whereas Thurman, you can't say that. You saw in the Collazo fight, he was hurt. Porter fight, he was hurt. The Josecito Lopez fight, he was hurt. Several times in his career, he's been stunned and rocked by not big punches as well. We're talking about decent punches, we've seen Pacquiao hit many times and never hurt. Yes, he's been knocked out cold, but that punch would have knocked out a horse, the one that Marquez landed. So you can't really go off much from that. Thurman's been wobbled by guys, in my opinion, with lesser punches compared to Pacquiao. So, I think there's no doubt in my mind who's got the better chin, who's more tougher out of the two. So, like I said, that's why Thurman's got to employ the boxing tactic. Obviously, at times he will have to trade. But I do think he can't do that on a consistent basis, because I do think eventually he'll come out second best, because I don't think he has that toughness where he can go in there and just start trading and start throwing leather, because I think he'd find himself in serious trouble if he was to do that. So I think Thurman's got to fight a smart, strategical fight if he wants to win. He can't go out there and be silly, because like I just said, I think Pacquiao's the tougher of the two. I think Pacquiao's got the better chin of the two. So I don't think Thurman, that would be a smart tactic for Thurman to employ. I think Thurman's got to be smart, just look to box at all times, look to win rounds. But that, again, against Pacquiao is not very easy to do, because Pacquiao's a master at winning rounds. So, it's going to be very interesting to see how Thurman approaches this fight. I'm very intrigued to see how Thurman fights this fight. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know who you think's got a better chin. Do you think Thurman has the chin to stand up to Pacquiao's power? Or do you think Thurman has to box in this fight? If he starts trading with Pacquiao, it could smell trouble. Leave your thoughts, guys. Guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in the next video.